and welcome back. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the stocks in action. Let's have a look at the ASX200 and the ASX listed stocks that are trending today. On Wednesday, Australian shares snapped a 4-day winning streak as heavyweight miners followed softening of iron ore prices and offset gains delivered by gold miners, while investors remained cautious ahead of US inflation data later this week. After S&P ASX 200 closing 0.32% down yesterday, the benchmark index is up today, gaining 15.90 points, or 0.22% to 7,108.40. The top performing stocks in this index are EML Payments Limited, up 4.26%, and Nickel Mines Limited, up 3.43%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.27% and is currently 0.90% off its 52-week high. The sectors are mixed today, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. 5 sectors are higher and 6 are lower. Materials is the best performing sector, gaining 0.56% and rebounding from its recent decline. This sector is up 1.80% for the past 5 days. On that note, let's quickly glance through some major market movements globally. Onto the global markets, all benchmark US indices closed higher on Wednesday, May 26th, as investors resumed their bets on economy-linked stocks after inflation worries began to fade. The S&P 500 was up 0.19% to 4,195.99. The Dow Jones Industrial Average increased 0.03% to 34,323.05. The Nasdaq Composite Index gained 0.59%. The small cap Russell 2000 gained 0.197%. Positive sentiments in the markets have led investors to bid on a wide segment on stocks. Energy and consumer cyclical stocks saw major gains on the S&P 500. Real estate, financials, and basic materials advanced broadly on the indexes. The 30-year Treasury bond yields were down 0.08% to 2.258, while the 10-year bond yields increased 0.97% to 1.579. US dollar futures index was up 0.48%. And in the cryptocurrency world, for a brief period, Bitcoin surged past the $40,000 mark as the volatility continues to move cryptos on both sides. Currently, it's trading almost flat at 38,800. Other peers such as Ethereum is up 3.8%, and Dogecoin is flat at 0.345 cents US. Gold futures were down 0.06% to 1,896.80 per ounce, and silver decreased 1.04% as well. Copper 0.36%, and Brent oil futures remained flat at 68 per barrel, and WTI crude was up 2.14% from 66 US. And now on to some important updates from the crude oil space. Prices inched higher on Wednesday on expectations of demand recovery ahead of peak summer driving season on the tumbling US crude stockpiles. August delivery Brent crude oil futures traded nearly flat at 68.66 per barrel, whereas July delivery WTI crude oil futures traded 0.15% down at 66.12 per barrel. The demand for gasoline product supplies rose 9.5 mbpd, an indication of improved economic recovery. The demand for distillates also rose. And on the supply side, OPEC is also ready to bring back an additional 2.1 mbpd of oil production through July, squeezing its production cut to 5.8. The development in the US-Iran nuclear deal is under discussion for revival, which could allow Iran to flow an additional 1 mbpd to 2 into the market, waiving US sanctions on Iran. And before I share more latest market updates, it's time for a little break. At Kalkine TV, we'll take you to the heart of the Australian equity market. We'll bring you breakthrough stories that highlight volatility, as well as tailwinds building across the length and breadth of markets. Whether space travel will gain momentum, while economies may gradually open amid vaccine rollouts, our experts will share their timely inputs. So join us on this exciting journey of live streaming, financial and stock market news. Kalkine TV. Hello and welcome back. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the Stocks in Action show. Let's have a look at some more major news from the ASX listed companies. The healthcare sector, along with industrial sector and mining sector, will be dominating the Stocks in Action session. Let's have a look at the first big news. Citi upgrades financial year 22 earnings with strong thermal coal prices. As per Refinitiv, financial research from firm Citi has raised expectations for New Hope Corporation Limited's 2022 earnings after the company reported Q3 production volumes increase in the line with expectations. The brokerage has raised the target price to 1.75 Australian from 1.55 and upgraded the rating to buy from neutral. Citi sees NHC's FY21 core earnings up 29% and FY22 core earnings up 32%, with FY21 and 22 earnings per share up 80% off a low base. NHC informed that in thermal coal markets, the company's quarterly coal price has risen by 78%, a monthly average since September 2020. And now moving on to the next big piece of news. ASX200 partners with smart industry-leading French ad server. Engage BDR Limited has signed a new partnership with Smart, a French premium ad serving platform. Smart works with 30,000 premium publishers and is buyers in the EU, US, and LATAM and APAC. The integration is to start next week and is expected to be live before the end of June. Further details are expected in the next quarterly update by EN1. The current target for May 2021 revenue of EN1 is at $1.8 million. It's on track and will be the largest since the fourth quarter in 2019. May is the second month with pre-COVID level performance. Meanwhile, this ASX listed stock is in the news today. Live Verger, now to sell 13 seeds on Amazon. Live Verger Limited has shared that 13 seeds range of hemp-based gel capsules have been approved by Amazon to be sold via their US-facing marketplace, with sales having recently started. As per the company release, this is a crucial chance for LV1 as Amazon US is one of the world's leading product discovery platforms. LV1 is now able to sell and distribute products to its millions of customers at a low cost by using Amazon's Fulfillment by Amazon FBA service. A complimentary service offered to approved sellers where Amazon handles the physical packing and shipping of products from one of their warehouses to customers. And now moving on to the next big piece of news. Redflex awarded a contract with Transport for New South Wales. Redflex Holding Limited announced that the company's subsidiary Redflex Traffic Systems Pty Limited has struck a new 3-year contract with Transport for New South Wales the operation of mobile roadside speed camera enforcement in various regions of New South Wales. The new contract will start from the 1st of July 2021, with Redflex continuing to provide mobile roadside speed camera law enforcement services to New South Wales state government. Redflex expects that the contract will be worth around $68 million over the initial 3-year term. Meanwhile, this ASX listed stock is also in the news today. Core gets Darwin Port Operating Agreement. Core Lithium Limited announced an execution of a Port Operating Agreement, or POA, with Darwin Port Operations Pty Limited. As for the key highlights, POA is a 5-year term. It'll allow access and use of the DPO facilities to export Core's lithium products. DPO facilities include truck dump, ship loader, conveyor and unloading of equipment. POA intends exporting lithium concentrate, DSO and cements as a part of Core's low-cost mine to port logistics chain. As per Core MD, Stephen Biggins' access to key infrastructure shall enable Core to build one of the most capital efficient and most competitive hard rock lithium projects worldwide. Core is now preparing for FID in coming months to target first exports of lithium in 2022. Alright then, that is all for now. Stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates. We're back with more news on the markets, economy and diverse themes and sectors. This is Holly Shields signing off.